Egypt's population is growing rapidly. With more than 110 million people living in the country, the demand for food, water, and land is increasing every year. Most of Egypt's cities and farms are located near the Nile River, which provides almost all of the country's fresh water. However, as more people settle near the river, the available land for farming and housing is becoming limited. This is why Egypt has started looking for solutions, one of which is turning its vast deserts into green, fertile land. More than 90% of Egypt is covered by desert, including the Sinai Peninsula, the Eastern Desert, and the Western Desert. If even a small portion of this land can be turned into forests and farmland, it could help solve many problems. It would provide more food, create jobs, and boost the economy. Green deserts can also help in reducing extreme heat, preventing sandstorms, and increasing rainfall. Countries like China and Saudi Arabia have already started similar projects, and Egypt is now planning to follow this path. But is this really possible? Can Egypt's deserts, which have been dry for thousands of years, turn green again? The answer might be found in history. Surprisingly, Egypt was not always a land of sand. Long ago, it had lush green forests, rivers, and fertile land. To understand Egypt's plan for the future, we first need to look at its past. Thousands of years ago, Egypt was not the dry, sandy land we see today. Scientists and historians believe that around 10,000 years ago, much of North Africa, including Egypt, was covered in grasslands, forests, and lakes. This period is known as the African Humid Period, a time when the Sahara Desert had rivers, large lakes, and rich vegetation. Ancient rock paintings found in the Sahara show images of people, animals, and boats, proving that this region was once full of life. Egypt's greatest treasure, the Nile River, played a key role in shaping the country's green landscape. The river carried fertile soil from the heart of Africa and spread it across Egypt, creating one of the most productive agricultural lands in history. The ancient Egyptians relied on this rich soil to grow wheat, barley, and fruits, which allowed their civilization to thrive for thousands of years. However, due to climate changes and shifts in monsoon patterns, the land slowly became drier. The once green plains turned into desert, and the great forests disappeared. The Sahara expanded, covering vast areas with sand and making life difficult for those who lived there. Over time, Egyptians adapted to these changes by building irrigation systems and using the Nile's waters wisely. But as the population continues to grow, Egypt now faces a new challenge: bringing life back to its deserts. To do this, Egypt is planning an ambitious project, expanding the Nile River and using modern techniques to turn the desert green. To fight desertification and create more fertile land, Egypt has launched an ambitious plan to expand the reach of the Nile River. Since most of Egypt's population and farmland are concentrated around the river, the government is working on new ways to bring water deeper into the desert. The key to this plan is a massive irrigation project that will extend the Nile's water supply to dry areas and turn them into green, productive land. One of the biggest projects in this plan is the Toshka Project, also known as the New Valley Project. It is designed to divert water from Lake Nasser, a large reservoir created by the Aswan High Dam, into desert regions. This water will be used to irrigate millions of acres of land, allowing new farms, forests, and communities to be developed. The goal is to reduce pressure on the overcrowded Nile Valley and create a second agricultural hub in the desert. Another important project is the Sinai Greening Initiative, where Egypt is using advanced permaculture techniques, drip irrigation, and groundwater management to restore fertility to the Sinai Desert. These techniques allow plants to survive in extreme heat while using less water. Scientists are also experimenting with growing salt-tolerant crops that can thrive in areas with brackish, slightly salty water. By expanding the Nile's influence and using modern farming methods, Egypt hopes to transform large desert regions into green landscapes. But how exactly are they turning dry, lifeless soil into thriving forests and farms? Turning Egypt's dry desert into green forests and farmland is not easy, but scientists and engineers have developed innovative methods to make it happen. The process involves 3 key steps: water management, soil improvement, and planting trees and crops that can survive in harsh conditions. The first step is water management. Since Egypt has limited fresh water, every drop must be used wisely. Farmers are using drip irrigation, a technique that delivers small amounts of water directly to plant roots, reducing waste. Egypt is also building new canals to carry water from the Nile to remote areas. In some regions, they are using treated wastewater and underground reservoirs to irrigate dry lands. The second step is soil improvement. Desert sand cannot hold water or nutrients, so scientists are adding organic matter, such as compost and manure, to improve the soil. Some projects are using biochar, a type of charcoal that helps retain moisture and provides essential nutrients for plants. By enriching the soil, they can create a strong foundation for new vegetation. The third step is planting drought-resistant trees and crops. Egypt is growing acacia, palm, and eucalyptus trees, which can survive in hot, dry climates. These trees help reduce desert heat, block strong winds, and improve soil fertility. In addition to trees, farmers are planting wheat, barley, and date palms, which can grow with minimal water. Over time, as more plants grow, they create a natural cooling effect, attract rainfall, and make the land more fertile. The goal is to restore large areas of desert and turn them into forests and productive farmland. But how long will this transformation take, and what impact will it have on Egypt's economy? Egypt's ambitious plan to green its deserts is already showing promising results, but large-scale transformation will take time. Experts estimate that within 10 to 20 years, millions of acres of desert could be turned into forests and farmland. Some areas, like parts of the Sinai Peninsula and Toshka region, are already seeing green patches where there was once only sand. However, for Egypt to fully achieve its vision, consistent investment, technology, and government support will be necessary. The economic benefits of this transformation could be huge. Agriculture already plays a major role in Egypt's economy, providing jobs to millions of people. If more land becomes fertile, Egypt could increase food production, reduce imports, and even export crops to other countries. Some estimates suggest that by 2050, Egypt's agricultural output could increase by 30 to 50%, boosting the country's economy by billions of dollars. Additionally, greening the desert will help reduce extreme temperatures, improve air quality, and create new opportunities for tourism and settlement. If successful, Egypt could become a model for other desert nations looking to fight climate change and create sustainable environments. While the challenges are great, the vision of a greener Egypt is no longer just a dream. It is becoming reality. With science, innovation, and determination, the once barren deserts of Egypt could soon be thriving with life. Once subscribe for more amazing videos. Also, share what you think about this.